Hello again, everyone. I recently received this little packet of Daniel Smith samples. It's entitled Mineral Marvels, and I wanted to go ahead and swatch these on the channel so that you could see them. So this particular set is really inexpensive. I purchased it off of Blick, I believe, Blick Art Supply. And it was, I think, $10 or $12 for all of these samples. So it's 36 samples, and these are all the Primatech line. So you do get a pretty good value for this, and the samples are pretty generous. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up and show you. Okay, and they are arranged in little sets of 4. And some of these I already have. But there's a lot of colors in here that I don't have that I kind of wanted to try in sort of larger sample sizes than what is on the larger dot cards. Because you can get dot cards that have the entire range from Daniel Smith. This is just a select few from the Primatech line. So I am going to go ahead and start by showing you which ones there are in here. So these are all reds, and actually I'm not going to read the names of all the individual colors until I start swatching. So they're divided into reds. There is a red earth, there's a red sands, baked earth, royal purple, metamorphic black. Is that just one? Yep. And then we have oceanic, I'm gonna move this over, blue beauties, and green gems. And it comes with this little packet that also, or this little leaflet that also shows all the individual colors on a little sheet here. So that's kind of handy. And like I said, I do have a lot of these, but I wanted to try quite a few of them that I don't have. And I'll probably try and do some sketching with each of these little sets so that I can see which colors that I don't have that I might actually want to add to my collection. The Primatech line is usually more expensive than other lines for the Daniel Smith. Some of them are less expensive. It really just depends on how readily available the mineral is and how much, sorry, that was my phone there. How readily available the mineral is and whether or not it's really expensive to produce. So let's go ahead and get started. So here I'm going to start with the blue beauties. So this has Kyanite Genuine, Lapis Lazuli Genuine, Sleeping Beauty Turquoise Genuine, which is actually one that I use quite a bit in my current palette, and then Blue Apatite Genuine, which is also really lovely. I have a little cup of water off here to the side. I'm probably going to zoom in a little bit so that you can see these a little bit better. Sorry, for some reason everyone wants to call me when I am on video here. It's Murphy's Law, right? Okay. So let's go ahead and start with the Kyanite Genuine. I'm going to go up in this corner and work my way down, and I'm going to try and stay cognizant of where I am as far as the camera versus the paper. Okay, so this is Kyanite Genuine. So this is more of a grayish blue, but it's really beautiful. And it's a little bit lighter than the Blue Apatite Genuine. I can already tell you that, but we will get there in a second. So this is the Lapis Lazuli, or Lazuli, as depending on how you pronounce it. This one is a very faint pigment. I have not added this one to my collection because it is so faint, and the tube is super expensive for this particular color. You can always, of course, build up your color with several layers, but as you can see, it's pretty light. And towards the end here, I will put this up towards the camera so that you can see more of these samples here. And I've actually found the Sleeping Beauty Turquoise to be quite a punch for your money. It's one of the most expensive ones, but it really is very vibrant and mixes very well with other colors and all that sort of thing. Okay. And I probably should label these. Let's see, so this is the blue Apatite Genuine, and this one I really, really love. It has a really beautiful tone to it and can get pretty dark actually. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to put that off to the side. So let's go ahead and label these as well. Let's see, do I have my, looks like I don't have a waterproof fountain pen here or one that has waterproof ink. So I'm going to go ahead and label this with this one here. So this is Kyanite Genuine. I'm just going to abbreviate that. Lapis Lazuli Genuine. Sleeping Beauty Turquoise Genuine, and then blue Apatite. Oops, looks like that was not dry enough for me to write on there with the pen. So, and these are the blue Beauties. Beauties is always a hard one to spell. So we'll put that one aside. And then this one is Oceanic. And I'm going to go right here below it. Let's go ahead and move that up. So then we have Mayan Blue Genuine. And I have not looked into this color very much. Mayan Blue is a color that is fairly common in a lot of different brands, but I don't really know what makes it Mayan, so to speak, whether it's the actual mineral itself or if there is a process, because I've read some things that say that it's the process of how it's made, so I don't know. So this one is Kingman Green Turquoise, and that's one I don't actually have, so that's good to see there. This one is Diopside Genuine, I believe it's how you say it. Okay, so this one has a very bright green. I would say that this is probably similar to, it's a little brighter than a sap green, but it's sort of in that family. And then we have Green Apatite Genuine. And that one is very pigmented and nice. Okay. I'm going to put that off to the side as well. And then this is the Oceanic set. I'm going to hold off on labeling these so that they will dry, so that I don't have that same issue. Okay, this next one is Green Gems, and I'm going to go down here. So this one is, this first one, make sure these are separated so they don't stick to each other here. This is Amazonite Genuine, and this is one that I was really eager to try actually because I don't have this. And oh, so that's so interesting because I thought that this would be much more green in person. And it's actually looking a lot more teal. It's actually showing off much more green on the camera, which is interesting. Okay, this one is Fuchsite Genuine. I do have Fuchsite Genuine and use it somewhat. It's a really beautiful light teal. It's not that super heavy pigmented. And it does have a bit of sparkle. I will try to show that so I can bring it out a little bit. Here is the Jadeite Genuine, and this one is pretty bright as well. It's more of a dark, like hunter green. And then this one is Serpentine Genuine. And I think I have a small tube of Serpentine Genuine, and I just haven't gotten really used to it or fond of it. So I have not really added a larger tube to my collection. But it's good to see these in opposition to the other colors here. So these are the Green Gems. And again, I'm going to wait to label them. I'll go back and do that at the end. Let's actually save the black and the purple for the end. We'll do these other reds first. Let's see. Make sure we have, yeah, so there's all reds before getting to the blacks and the purples. Cap my pen here. And that pen that I was using is a brown micron PN. Okay, so this one is the Baked Earth Collection, and this one is Yavapai Genuine. I'm going to move this down and go up here. And this is not one that I have ever seen in person, so let's see. It's really pretty, actually. These are probably a little closer to brown than to red. Okay, same with Sedona Genuine. I haven't ever really seen that one in person either, and that's actually beautiful. It's kind of like an Indian red. I want to make sure I leave enough room for the rest of the collections over here. Okay, this is Tiger's Eye Genuine. I have the Burnt Tiger's Eye, which is actually the next one here, but I have not seen what the regular Tiger's Eye looks like. Lovely, a little bit light, but nice. Burnt Tiger's Eye, which I already know I really like. Oh, that's interesting. It's coming off fairly light in this iteration, and it's probably because I am working with a wet version. And quite frankly, there's not much of a difference between the burnt and the regular now that I have them next to each other. So that's probably one that I don't need to get. And this one is the Baked Earth Foursome. Okay, and then we have the Red Sands collection here. And this has Bronzite Genuine, which is really pretty, actually. It's another one that I have not seen in person, and it's quite beautiful, actually. Sometimes it's kind of hard to tell between different browns which one you should use, because a lot of them do look similar. Okay, so this is the red Fuchsite Genuine, and it's very hard when it's dried, but I've actually found that it re-wets pretty easily, especially if you add some water to it, but this one actually re-wet just fine. Burnt Bronzite. So I've heard a lot of people talking about this burnt Bronzite and how pretty that is. It is actually very pretty. And Red Jasper Genuine is also another one that I have. This is really useful to see them next to each other, because then I can kind of see which ones I don't need to get because I already have something similar. Okay, so I'm going to put that off to the side there. And that is the Red Sands. And this is the Red Earth. Let's see, so we have Hematite Burnt Scarlet Genuine. And this is beautiful. I already know that this one's beautiful. Okay. Hematite Genuine. This one's also really nice. I don't think I have this one, actually, and that's actually a very beautiful one. And I kind of do like to reserve judgment until they're dry, because colors can change quite a bit when they dry. Yeah, and Mummy Bauxite, that was one that I was very interested in trying as well. Okay, it's beautiful, beautiful red. This is Cyclorite Genuine. Again, all fairly similar in one way or another. And this little set is the Red Earth. Excuse my handwriting. I'm trying to get around the colors so that I'm not smearing them. Let's see, how many do I have left? Oh, perfect. So they will fit in this next section. They'll perfectly fill up this whole page. So this is Rhodonite Genuine, and interestingly enough, so I have a small set that I got when I first started painting with Daniel Smith of just sort of like small tubes of some of the collection made from minerals, and Rhodonite Genuine was one of them that was in there, and I was always under the impression that it was granulating, but apparently, according to its information, it's not. And I kept wondering, like, why am I not seeing the granulation really well. And I guess it's because it's not granulating. Okay, so that one I did earlier, that was Garnet Genuine. This is Rhodonite Genuine, Garnet Genuine, and this is Minnesota Pipestone Genuine. And yeah, Bloodstone Genuine. I'm interested to see that one. Ooh, that's almost black. That's actually really pretty. I like that. Okay, and this is the Rockin Red Collection. Rockin Red. Very hard to work around those wet colors. All right, so this next one is Royal Purple. And the first one is Purporite Genuine, which, beautiful one. It's also fairly highly pigmented, so it's nice that way. This is Amethyst Genuine, and this is going to have a lot of sparkle to it when it dries. This next one is Sugarlite Genuine. Yeah, this one seemed like it would be a little bit lighter. And I think with these in particular on the overall dot cards from Daniel Smith, they give you so little on the dot card that ones that require a lot of wetting are kind of hard to determine, you know, whether they're super pigmented or, you know, how they are. But in this amount, it's a little bit better. So this is the Hematite Violet Genuine. Okay, and then I'm going to label that one as the Royal Purple. Oops, again, excuse the handwriting, Royal Purple. Although I don't know that I would call that Royal Purple. These others might fit in that. Okay, so this last one is Metamorphic Black. Oh, that's very interesting. Sodalite Genuine. Didn't we already have Sodalite? No, we didn't. Okay, for some reason I thought that was in the blues, because Sodalite does have quite a bit of blue to it. It's more like a Payne's gray than a black, I would say. And then Zoisite Genuine, which is also a really kind of interesting one. It leans a little green, like greenish black, which is really pretty. And then this next one is Hematite Genuine. Oh, that one seems a little bit harder to re-wet. And Black Tourmaline Genuine. I don't think I've ever seen this one. Seems a little darker. Nice. Okay, so I'm going to label that little foursome there, and then I'm going to go back and label the individual colors, and then I will show you these colors close up so you can see them a little bit better. So this is Metamorphic Black. I really don't recommend trying to write around wet paints. Okay, so let's see. So we have the Oceanic, which had Mayan Blue Genuine, Kingman Green, Turquoise. This one is Diopside Genuine, Green, Apatite Gen, and you can see that this one kind of, there's some different colors that come out underneath, which is really neat. Okay, so the next one is Green Gems. This one is Amazonite. As you can see, it's much easier to write when the colors are dry. This one is, oops, Fuchsite, I think is how you say that. This one is Jadeite. This one also has some differing colors that you can see in there. I'll show you up close here shortly. This is Serpentine. And this one is a very yellow green. So let's get to Baked Earth. So this is Yavapai, Sedona Genuine, Tiger's Eye. Yeah, I guess I can see that the burnt Tiger's Eye is just a little bit darker, perhaps. Okay. And we have the Red Sands. Ooh, Bronzite definitely has some sparkle to it. Let's see. Bronzite. Red. Fuchsite. It's interesting. Bronzite seems to be more sparkly than that one. I think probably the most sparkly one on here is the Amethyst, which you'll see here in a minute. Oh wait, that's not the Amethyst. Oh, interesting. That's the... Anyway, I'll show you which one it is when we get there. So this one is Burnt Bronzite. Red Jasper. And this one's a fairly new color to them, I think. Going on to Red Earth, we have Hematite, Burnt Scarlet. We have Hematite. It's kind of hard to figure out all the different names. Mummy, Bauxite. This is Cyclorite, I think is how you say that. And then we have the reds. Yeah, I think those are dry enough to lean on them. Rhodonite. Garnet. Garnet's really pretty. Minnesota Pipestone. And Pipestone is a color that I've seen a lot in handmade watercolors. Bloodstone. Kind of like the Bloodstone. It's pretty. Okay, so now we're back to the Royal Purples. Okay, so that's Sugarlite Genuine that has the super sparkle on it. And Amethyst is actually not coming off as very sparkly here, which is very interesting. I have a small tube of it, and in my small tube, it's very, very sparkly. So this is Sugarlite, Hematite Violet Genuine. And then here we are to the last one, and then I will show it to you close up. Sodalite, Zoisite, Hematite, and Black Tourmaline. Yeah, if I were to go with sorry, it's hard to talk and write at the same time. If I were to go with sort of a black genuine pigment, I might go with the Bloodstone. It doesn't look all that red to me. Okay, so I'm going to start at the beginning here. So we have Kyanite Genuine, and my hands are kind of dirty because I've been painting all morning. Kyanite Genuine, Lapis Lazuli Genuine, Sleeping Beauty Turquoise Genuine, Blue Apatite, Mayan Blue, Kingman Green Turquoise. That's also a beautiful one. Now that it's dried, I really like the qualities of that one. Diopside, Green Apatite, so you can see the different colors here in the more on the right hand side. Amazonite, which is also beautiful and does have a little bit of variation. Fuchsite, Jadeite, and then Serpentine. So that's the blues and the greens, and then we're going to get into more of the reds. Yavapai, Sedona, Tiger's Eye Genuine, Burnt Tiger's Eye. You can see a little bit of a difference between Tiger's Eye and Burnt Tiger's Eye Genuine, but it's really subtle, I think. And I wouldn't think that you would need both. And then we have Bronzite, Red Fuchsite, Burnt Bronzite, and you can kind of see, let's see, or any of them, I have to take my glasses off to kind of see the shimmer here. I don't think that there is much shimmer in this sample of the Red Fuchsite either, which is kind of interesting because the Red Fuchsite I have is very, very sparkly. Very interesting. Maybe there's variation, or maybe it just didn't pick up off the sample. So then we have Burnt Bronzite, Red Jasper, and then this next one, Hematite Burnt Scarlet. The Hematite, I think, is actually very pretty. Of these, I think my favorites are the Hematite and the Bloodstone. Let's see, Mummy Bauxite, Cyclorite, and then we're going over here to the pink, Rhodonite, Garnet, Minnesota Pipestone, Bloodstone. Yeah, that Bloodstone is really, it has a lot of granulation, and it actually has a lot of depth to it, I think. Purporite, which is also one of my favorites. Amethyst, which is a little more smooth than the Purporite. The Sugarlite, which has, I don't know if you can see, it may not come off. It's very sparkly. I'd say it's probably the most sparkly of all the colors. Oh no, there you go. As I'm turning it this way, you can see the Red Fuchsite sparkle. You might not be able to see it on the camera. You just really have to get the right angle, but I still can't see any on the Amethyst, which is interesting. So here we go, Sugarlite, Hematite Violet, which is beautiful. That's one of my favorites. And then we have Sodalite, Zoisite, Hematite, and Black Tourmaline. Black Tourmaline's kind of interesting too. It almost looks gray. I would say that's a more gray than black. Hematite's probably the true black amongst these four. And just based on this sample, I would call Bloodstone a black as well. So there we go. Perfectly fits in the frame there. So if you're interested in trying out these genuine colors that might otherwise be a little bit too expensive to try, I always recommend the full dot card for Daniel Smith because it is nice to see the full collection there. But this gives you a little bit of a specialized set here where you can try out some of the more expensive colors in a little bit larger quantities than on the original dot cards. And then you can kind of pick out your colors from there. So that's actually really helpful. And I'm going to use this as a reference in the future to see which colors I might want to add to my collection. And I've already picked a couple more that I think I might get. The Hematite and maybe the Bloodstone. I don't know. But the Hematite Genuine, definitely. It's just really, really complex. Has granulating, and then there's like a couple of different tones in there. It's really nice. Okay, so that's it for today. Feel free to subscribe to keep track of future videos. And until then, if you like this video, give it a like, and I hope you have a great day. All right, thanks so much. Bye.